What's up, coaches? Thomas here from MyCoach Ai, and a quick video today on program start dates. I wanted to shoot this video, and it's going to be very quick and pretty straightforward, but it is something that I want to make super clear. It's something that is easy to get confused about, but once you get it, you do get it, and that is exactly what this video is intended for, which is program start dates. So when we take a program that we have and assign it to the client, how does the start date work and what different options do we have? Because you may have already noticed in the past, if you went to assign a program inside of MyCoach Ai, that when you press add program here, you're going to have a bit of a calendar view. And what you can do is select a different date on those calendar, and it will affect the program start date, as you can see. So I want to explain that in a second. Now, I want to start not in the schedule section, but actually in the program section itself, because there's something I need to clear up here. When you are building a program, please take very careful note that the thing that you should be looking at that correlates with assigning it to the client schedule is these numbers on the days that you are building. Okay, it is not these written words here on what day it is. That is simply a visual placeholder for you to reference while building it. I'll tell you why. We have a program start date at the top here, right? Some people like to say, hey, I program in my mind from Sunday to Monday. That's how the week goes. And other people are like, no, the week goes from Monday to Sunday, right? Other people are like, hey, I am building a challenge specifically. That's the intention of this program that I'm building. And I know that challenge is going to be starting on a Wednesday. So let me just orient this to start on Wednesday too. So it's easy for me to visualize and build. That is the reason you can select a start date here. And that is the reason that you have certain days shown here. But the only thing that matters when you go to assign the program is these numbered days. Okay. Those day labels here do not mean anything when you go to assign it. 1, 2, 3, 4, XYZ. When you go to assign a program, the day you assign it to is going to be day number 1. The day after is going to be day number 2, etc. Right? So let's take a look at an example of that, but wanted to clarify that first. The numbers here are leading. That is what's going to matter when you assign the program to a client. So let's go assign one. When we go to a client schedule here and I go to add program, you can see that the default, it just keeps me on whatever day it is today, Wednesday the 24th. Great. And that means that today will be day 1 of the program, as we just discussed, right? The little number 1 that we saw on the days will just be today. And tomorrow will be number 2, day after will be number 3, etc. We can do 2 things here. We can go to the back or into the past and into the future with our start date for different purposes. Future start dates, pretty obvious too, right? Maybe we're just saying, hey, it's currently Wednesday, but this client, I want them to start on their new program this upcoming Monday. Fantastic. Click on Monday, the 29th, and what it will say is the program will start in 5 days. So that means that day number 1, that day with the little 1 label assigned on the program builder, will now be shifted out to be on Monday, right? So today will not be any day of the program. It's still before it starts, and then on Monday, day number 1 will start. Thursday will be day number 2, etc. So that's for obvious reasons. If you want to schedule a program to start at a certain date, this is how you do it. Now going in the past, this is also really useful. Imagine you have a program, but you actually want someone to start on day 8 of that program. Say like start in day or week 2, right? Maybe someone's restarting it and there's like an onboarding week, but you don't want them to do the onboarding week. Let them just start on day number 8, week number 2, right? Absolutely possible, not a problem. So what you can do is go into the past so that those program days have already passed. And so the effective start date today is going to show as a different day on the program. If I go 1 week into the past, so Wednesday the 17th, that was 1 week ago, right? It will show me today will be day 8 of the program. Because once again, I selected here, it's going to be day 1, 2, 3, 4, we count up until this today, the actual day today, we get day number 8 of the program. And that's how you can assign them in the past, so that your client can have a start date that's somewhere within the program, maybe in week 2, 3, 4, wherever it may be. But it's super useful as well to kind of delay the start date where in the program. And that's pretty much how it works with assigning these programs. You can go into the future, you can go into the past to assign the programs and manage what the program start date is going to be and how the client sees the program. Just keep in mind that when you're referencing that, these little numbers here matter, these little day labels here do not, and that is how you should build the program and assign things. So keep that in mind. Really useful once you get the hang of it. And that's how to manage program start dates. Hope that helps.